What's up, guys? Gamer Explosion is here, and today, I know what you're thinking. Why am I always recording in my room? Why can't you just go somewhere else? Go outside. And you know what? We're gonna do that. Now, and I thought it might be fun, so let's go outside. We can talk about the Sega Genesis Mini if you like. Let's talk about the Sega Genesis Mini. Now, I know I did this before, I did an unboxing, but I never did a review, so that one doesn't count for now. The first we're going to talk about is the build quality, and my gosh, this is gorgeous, and I really love the build quality in this. The cartridge door actually opens, but there's really nothing in there, it's just plastic, which is disappointing. I wish it could work and it was big enough. They even models of vents, even though they don't work as well. And there's the power button, as we all know that. The reset button. And the volume slider, which that doesn't do anything either. And they even have the slide thing at the back, which also is plastic. But that's just a cool little detail to put in. And I would say that's all they really have. They have a 16-bit button. They also have the light bulb in there, which is the power on the system, lets you know. There's not really to talk about. There's two USBs and a power cable and an HDMI in there. Now let's talk about the controllers. Now, I would say these are really nice controllers. I really like how they feel. The buttons are nice, they're responsive and clicky. For some reason like the start button. It just feels really good in the hand. It's a bit bulky, but it's still comfortable. The D-pad feels a little bit plasticky though, which is I'm not a fan of. But it really doesn't bother me that much. And the cable is really long, so you can play this from your bed, so that's nice. It also comes with HDMI and the power cable with the power plug. But I'm not going to show those because they're not really important. So we'll just get to the unboxing. Let's turn on the system. Wow. Unlike the NES Classic, which has 20 games, and the SNES has 27, the Sega Genesis Mini has 42 games, which is really cool, and I really like that a lot. So there's a bunch of games that you can play on. So let's test the first game, Sonic the Hedgehog. Now the first thing I noticed that it's running on 720p instead of 1080p, which is not so bad, but I would really like the offer to play it in 1080p, but it doesn't look so bad. It looks really good. It actually runs really well on HDMI, which is surprising. And the buttons are really good. They feel responsive, and the control is very nice. But my only issue is the D-pad, which is plastic, and I really do not like the feeling of it, and I really miss the old one. Yes, the D-pad is fine, but I really do not like the plastic feeling of the D-pad. I really prefer the original Sega Genesis D-pad, which feels really good. Yes, it's a 6-button controller, but it's also on the original. So Sega, please do that, and also release this on the Sega Genesis Mini. You did this on Japan, please and thank you. Well, it doesn't matter because all the games control great with this controller. And there's a bunch of games I never played, such as Gunstar Heroes, which is, in my opinion, the best shooter game on the Genesis. There is much better shooter games that I have played, but this is one of them. This is one of the greatest shooters I have ever played. And also, the Sega Genesis Mini also has some games that were on the NES, such as Castlevania Bloodlines, which is a really good Castlevania game, and Contra Hard Corps. I'm not a fan of Contra, so I'm not going to play this. We also got some games that never came out of the Genesis, such as Mega Man The Wily Wars, which was on the Sega Channel, but never had a cartridge, And the simple one is Tetris. I don't know what to say about this. It's just Tetris. It's a good puzzle game. I don't know how it wasn't even released as a cartridge. We also got some licensed games such as The World of Illusion starring Mickey, which is a good game, but I'm not a huge fan of Disney or Mickey, so I will never play this game when I boot up the console. We also got Ghouls and Goblins, which is a fun game, but it's also really hard. Of course, we can't forget the classics, which are the best, such as Golden Axe, which is a fun arcade game, but it's not really my favorite. The hit detection feels a little bit off, and it feels unfair, so I always skip this one. But, pretty good game. Shinobi 3, Streets of Rage 2, which is the best game of all time. I recommend y'all playing it. And my favorite game on the Genesis, Comic Zone. Oh my goodness. This game is amazing. It's a fun game. It's an action side-scroller where you play as this comic dude. It's a really fun game. I recommend y'all giving this a try. Get this on the compilation or Genesis. Now, what is there to talk about? Well, we can talk about the main hub of this thing, the UI. There are some things you can change about it. You can change the sort of it. Like, as I go on top of here, we can change it from release date, A to Z, genre, number of players, and that's it. That's all there really is. We can also change the borders to black, to the dots, and to where Sonic is. You can also change it to widescreen if you're a freak. I always change it to the original way it was. That's the classic. You can also change the language into, if you change it to Japanese, the whole thing changes. And it will say Mega Drive, and the box arts are also changed, which is kind of nice. There's also a few changes to the game, like Contra Hard Corps, where you get 3 hits instead of 1, which is a nice change of pace. I wish it was on the American version. So, what else is there to talk about? Well, if you press the B button, you can change it into the spines, which is cool. But I prefer it just to be like this. It's way more simpler. So that was the Sega Genesis Mini. I had a fun time reviewing this. I played a lot of great games on there, even though it's just a review. I had a good time. So, I wish I could go outside right now, but since it's snowing, I'm not gonna do that. So, I'll see y'all next time. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all did, leave a like down below. Hope y'all subscribe for my channel, and I'll see y'all later. Peace out.